think I'm here. I think I'm here. We'll see if the rest works from there on out. Hello, and welcome to another day. It's Wednesday. I think that's about all I have to say about it. Here lies grace at the foot of my bed. I'm atrophied from sleep. I wonder if when the shepherd, the sheep, the coronated bleats, she lowers her head and the thorns run blood. She smiles wryly, knowing everything I've done and then some. And what's yet to come? She kisses my cheek and the blessing runs cold. Wrestle some strength and gather your guile, I'm told. I find a sword at my side, so what she whispers in my ear, and with it I'm alive. The courage to stand against this fear I've long held in my heart, dispelled in due part. I've long held in my heart, dispelled. Definitely need to warm up my voice. I'm straining on the higher ones. Laid out in the color there for the season, and I've been here. My old head to say, sad out in your sad out. I've been changing, lost staining on my cycle. This is my voice, please. Could also be the coffee too. We'll see. Race under back the fold of a chin to the world. It doesn't matter. It doesn't glide for the soul. House falling through the woods on a place I know that could hold a reason to put out you in your saddest season. Winter blows in and temper's long and gone, but the people never said where the heart makes it stronger these days. I've been here wondering if it's easy. Read, but you can't find a way. The sodden to the reason day. You got your head in modern day. Magic on the side of a reason. I've been here living through seasons. Got me here to wish and to meet. Where do you find where this goes? On and down the place I never know. I'm in on my steady breath. I've been drowning, not against the right way. I've been here trying to play. The truth is in the silly 40 name. It don't matter, nothing gives. Fuck the line, noise will make you insane. Writing out your symbols, a riddle crime under all my time of idle. That is not foreseeable. I foresee a place I go with. Take it on my way, run back a sound of reason while I leave it under all your saline, all those red-line onlys. Take what you can before it's gone. I know the line, I know the tone, I see the reason. People got this frowning seasonal sickness on days of always. Staring at the wall, watching paint long since dried. I've been through the wall, looking where I've been in my mind. Smell from below, you've been here, and now's your chance. I'll let you free. I'm out making me. I you fade and claw and bite like days I've lost. Find yourself in valleys, and where do you go? I've been trying to reach the soul of the matter within, running out of mission. I know you resisting. I've been here test line, I'm this time always. Back now, even a sack now, down at the East End. I've been here, what you do about my season always. What you do in the dark makes it. What you do in the start, I'm chasing. What you do in the log, I'm making always. People are reason, I'm not amusing always. You say you're all my best. Not breathing enough. Stay, you fade out. You chain now myself over and get you over there. Down days and I'll be the satyr. Got me a radar like my state. I know it changes. Running it back till the reason. Sending out into season. No sickness on all this gold. Replacing my time run back this time. Dude, welcome. How are you, Neum? How's your day going? I'm just randomly playing stuff till I feel like I'm warmed up enough. I feel like I'm also trying to give space to like random stuff that pops in my head. I feel that's the mindset I want to be in for when I start doing some work here. Chosen sub-emote unlock. Where I stand in always. Where I find in always, and where I go in days. Since then, all I've been to always. Up on my head, halo. I've been staying out my mind till days I find a way. And all I said and done, and all is love is wonder, and all my head is a lake. Let's change key. Let's take the sweatshirt off. Before I sweat my ass off in this tiny room. I guess octave? I don't know if key is the right word. I'm gonna be honest. Actually, now that I'm more warmed up, I changed my mind. I want to try playing this again. Here lies grace at the foot of my bed. I'm atrophied from sleep. I wonder if when the shepherds, the sheep, the coronated bleats, she lowers her head, the thorns run blood. She smiles wryly, knowing everything I've done, and then some. And what's yet to come? She kisses my cheek, and the blessing runs cold. Wrestle some strength and gather your guile, I'm told. I find a sword at my side, so what she whispers in my ear, and with it I'm alive, with the courage to stand against the fear I've long held in my heart, dispelled in due part. I've long held in my heart, dispelled. Still some straining, but sounds better. Hello. I've been playing a lot of Game Maker these past 2 days and even played some Johnny at school. That's awesome. How you doing, Noli? How's your day going? That is very funny. I've been playing a lot of Game Maker. Dude, I'm ready for you to release your Johnny game, bro. I'm excited to see what you come up with, Game Maker. But that's awesome. Honestly, I do think more people need to play Johnny. I've been showing different friends that come over. They're like, I'll be like, yeah, dude, I spent 50 hours beating these Johnny games. And they're like, 50? They're like, 50 hours? What the hell have you been doing? Finally, where the fuck have you been, dude? It has been a long couple weeks, Jazz. How are you? How are you? Oh my god, it's been fucking so long, dude. I don't even know when I can talk about it, but it's been long as hell. Like, Jade's got her surgery coming up in a week. We got a bunch of family shit to deal with, which I'll tell you guys about 6 months from now when it's all over. And then, yeah, brother. What the hell else? This is a bunch of shit, bro. It's been, yeah, longest few weeks of my life. I'm sorry, Jazz. I'm sorry. I've let you suffer. You know what? I haven't forgotten about you guys because first off, Noli, I did decompile that thing and look at it for you. So that was there. And then I've also been I've been buying like Steam games that I want to stream, and I'm like, oh god, I gotta save these for stream. So I've actually, and then I've been playing a ton of Valheim. My family has a Valheim server. I might play it later. You might get to see it. Yeah, I'll show you what I've been doing in Valheim. But oh my god, yeah, dude. Hope you're doing good. I'm honestly, dude. Wait, hold on. I'm missing messages. It's interesting to read all these archives and stuff. I found a review for Cubis of another game, which is surprisingly written completely normally, adequately, and smartly. Oh, that's interesting. A review from Cubis. That's weird. I would have never expected him to be like that, like lurid and written what. Like, I wouldn't have expected a normal review on something. I would have expected him to always be in his kind of jesterish character. Hopefully you're doing good. I am doing good. I feel like I've been like stressed and tired and so I've been like, oh man, do I even want to stream? But then today I was like, okay, I want to stream. I want to do some stuff. I'm going to just whatever, putz around, have fun. So Cody meets me in person once and then just get streaming. Oh my god, dude, meeting you was awesome. I loved hanging out. It was super cool. I've actually been thinking about you daily because I've been drinking the coffee you gave me. So, yeah. And then I'm pretty sure we left our soy sauce in Worcestershire and the, the fish sauce there too, which I thought was funny. I was like, oh, Jazz gets all the condiments she needs to make the stir fry. So, good. I also found is it good? Yes, the coffee is good. I completely polished off the, I think it was the Better Good brand? The 100% dark Colombian roast. Oh my god, that's like my new favorite. I completely wiped out the bag. I gotta get more. And then I'm actually drinking that other weird hazelnut one. The only reason I say weird is because it's like, I think it's more of like, is it like an Arabic flavor? I don't know. It's just, it tastes like coffee and I'm gonna drink it all. It's just, I gotta get used to it. It's got very strong hazelnut. I guess that's the best way to put it. I don't mind hazelnut, but I like the coffee flavor to come through, so whatever. But it's good. Yeah, it's good. I found a Johnny homage from like 16 years ago. Watched that by accident, and it says Johnny homage at the end. Okay, I'll pull that up in a second. Yeah, you did. Gave me the sauces and a pair of pink Inky Winkle socks. I'll let Jade know. That's really funny. That's super good, dude. Yeah, I was like, well, we trade, I got the coffee, you got the sauces. I expect you to be a pro at that stir fry recipe. Actually, I still got to send you the recipe itself. I'm sure you figured it out, but you're a smart, capable woman that watched me do it twice. I'm sure you could figure it out. All right, let's look at Noli's link. And then we'll figure out what we're doing. Well, I already know I want to work on Jump Off the Bridge. That's why we're in the software and development category here. But did I lie to myself? Do I just want to chat with friends and play video games? Yeah, but I probably should do some work too. So we'll do that. Let me pull up your thing, Noli. Give me a moment. YouTube. Oh my god, bro. I started watching, why is it recommending me my own live video? I know you guys can't see that, but that's really funny. Yeah, like, hey, do you want to watch yourself live? What are you trying to say, YouTube? Trying to say that I'm fucking hold on, I gotta grab this. Trying to say I'm a narcissist or something? What the hell? That I only watch my own stuff? Hold on, I got the video up. Dude, also Cheese Dreams has been decompiled and is about 80% mapped and solved. That's crazy, bro. Who even decompiled? Did they just give the decompile? I gotta move the screen. I'm having to look perpendicular. But no, I can just look slightly to the left. Okay. I vote you abandon Jump Off the Bridge and start a new game about growing plants. Bro, I don't want to abandon Jump Off the Bridge, but I do have 2 other game ideas that are driving me insane that I need to do. One is my Johnny homage itself, which is Sven. And then the other one is this weird game I have that's just been rattling in my head for weeks now, driving me crazy. I feel like I gotta do it. It's the only way to get it out. But yes, I'll definitely, yeah. So hold on, I have your video up. Let's look at that first. Let's do one at a time. I'm getting excited. Okay, this is the thing you said. A full playthrough for your entertainment needs, because you suck and cannot beat them yourself. All the levels. What is this? Homage to Johnny. I love how there's 2 comments and one of them is yours from 20 hours compared to 17 years ago. That's amazing. I'm gonna be honest, this looks more playable than Johnny was, to be frank. Very simple game. Although the enemy movement is just move towards the player. It looks like a bunch of the same stuff, so I'm going to skip ahead here. Well, it does have a very oppressive color palette. It's even got PG in there. That's pretty awesome. Nice. Nice Johnny homage. Huh. Cool. That's pretty interesting. Who is this guy? Does he make anything else? How do you find this stuff, dude? That's what I should ask more. How did you find it 18 years ago? Did you look up this game? I gotta know. Yeah, and then, okay, yes, we'll pull up the decompile of the Minto, and then... Oh, so your Johnny homage Sven will be separate from a Jump Off the... Yeah, so I'm gonna do... No, sorry, I'm doing 2 Johnny homages. I'm doing the Johnny homage for Jump Off the Bridge, and then I'm gonna be doing the, like a completely standalone Johnny game. Johnny type game. It's not going to be a Johnny game because I have a lot of things I'm going to add to it that I envision in my head. But it'll be a separate game. Also check out, so this is Jazz's idea for a plant game. One where you start as a seed, you're a little dandelion seed, and then you start by floating around and trying to find space to be planted. Then you have to choose which way to grow your roots, and then you entice little bumblebees, etc. Random weather or droughts, and then you have to pick up how to resource manage how you resource manage your glucose and water intake. That's a pretty fun idea, Jazz. But also, if this is your game idea, we could just sit down and I could teach you how to program games. When is your school done? I'll just add another class to your roster. What are you talking about? Also, check out Cubus's review and how it's written. It's extremely strange how completely it's written. Where is Cubus's review? Was it on that game that you showed me? Was it on here? Oh, or wait, sorry. Did you send that? Oh, okay, sorry. I'm missing some messages because I'm trying to skip ahead to keep contextually relevant. So hold on. There's a guy who decompiled Cheese Dreams. Okay, let's see who this is. Okay. I have a question. You don't have a Discord, but you find all of these YouTubers that do stuff. Are you guys like in some kind of Russian Slack channel or something? Where? How do you find these people, bro? I don't see anything on here about this, but that's cool. I'm glad he decompiled it. I'll have to look for the decompile. I guess theoretically, I make a joke about it, but you probably could just reach all these people through commenting on their videos, right? That makes sense. Also, I figured out that there is a 16-year-old Johnny 1 speedrun under 3 minutes, but it got deleted off of YouTube. Okay, how did you find that out? If it was deleted. Did you look at web archives or something? I found this thing by writing yoyogames.com before 2010. Oh, interesting. Yo-Yo Games before 2010 in the YouTube search. Wow, that's pretty interesting. That's a fascinating way to find it. I will never make it. Send help. What do you mean you'll never make it? That's like a couple hours of programming. One where you start as a seed and you float around, find space to be planted. It could be a 4X strategy game like Civilization 3. You ever play that? You've been playing Frostpunk. I think that's a 4X game. I will explain how I found. I commented on something under a Cheese Dreams video like, I wish the game was decompiled. And this guy replied saying, working on it. Also, he is streaming Cheese Dreams right now, I think. No, he's streaming Need for Speed. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. Hey, if he decompiles it, cool. Okay, that makes sense. I figured it was like a people commenting on videos thing. It's just interesting to see how you navigate the internet, I guess. That was what's fascinating to me. Okay, without further ado. That's a great idea about Dandelion. It sounds like a successful game. It does sound like a pretty fun idea. I don't know enough about plants to do like the management of nutrients aspect of it. I'd have to research more, but it is a fun idea. And frankly, Jazz has a lot more successful plants than I do, so she'd be the perfect one to do it. Maybe we'll just sit down and do a stream where we program it. That could be fun. I'll teach you through force. I'll teach you through force, Jazz. Alright, so Noli. From within this game, the only information I think is really incredibly relevant to you is the levels themselves. So they're vertical, obviously. Yeah, second stream, forced learning. Yeah, you're like, oh, Jez is like, oh, I want to take a break. I want to not work too hard. I'm going to be like, nope, I'm going to teach you, whether you like it or not. All right, so for those of you wondering if you need any context about this, Noli reached out to me through YouTube comments and asked me to decompile this other Kim Cubis game because he wanted to know how many levels there were. So I decompiled it, and this is your character. And you just walk through, and each of these things give you a score. And each of these enemies act a different way. They have different programming. The programming generally being, am I moving left or right? And then if so, I move left or right. And then after about 2/3 of a second to a second. For some reason, it's 22 steps or 33 steps. So it's like a little bit, whatever. You get, it's like if a frame is 30 steps, and a second is 30 steps, it's basically like 2/3 of a second to a whole second. Anyways, you just go up, and then you complete the level. Basically, that's all there is to it. So here, is there a way I can get kind of the whole level for you? I don't know if there is. Okay, that's about as big as I can do. If you want to snap a picture of that one, dude. Thank you, Jazz. Appreciate it. I need to give you a badge. They're tier 1, bro. Hype. Thank you for the support. Now I have to stream. So you're actually forcing my hand. There's no option. I have to stream more. Here's another one. So this level is pretty much the same thing, just with different enemies. And it goes to the right. I would like a Johnny badge. Ooh, a Johnny badge. You want a Johnny badge? Okay, interesting. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, you're at 6 now, right? So yeah, I gotta do. It would be want to be a springy snake. Okay, springy snake. I'll keep that in mind. Springy snake. Actually, let me. I don't even think I. Give me 2 seconds. To me, I didn't even post this on my Discord, dude. I'm slacking, bro. The hell. Stream notification? No, yeah, Jacob gave me hell for it. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm slightly. Okay, we're good. All right, Jazz said springy snake. The reason I was. Let me just remember this. It's for my own memory. Okay. So this is level 2. Sorry for the ADHD distraction. I haven't finished my cup of coffee yet. And then this is the final level, which I believe you started. Oh, you start here. Well, let me look into the code for the teleport box. With other object 15. Okay, so it looks like it just swaps location to wherever that green box is. It's object 13. Where is object 13? Oh, it's over here. No, it's 15. Are these all players? No. They look like you, though. That's why I'm getting confused. Where is the... Oh, the player's here. Pumpkins carving stream? Do you guys want to watch me carve a pumpkin? Do you want to watch me carve a pumpkin, Jess? I've been eating pie pumpkin. My friend Jacob gave me a ton of pie pumpkins. It's beautiful. Yeah, okay. I can't argue with what the subs want. They fuel the content. I have a pie pumpkin, but no idea to do with it. Okay, yeah, I basically... So, I don't know where Object 13 is, I'm going to be honest. But I just toss my entire pumpkin. I just take off the stem, and I put it in the air fryer. And it's like 12 minutes a pound. To be honest, I probably overcooked it slightly. But mine was like 4 pounds, the first one I did. But yeah, I just do 12 minutes a pound, air fry it at 400, and then I just eat it with butter. I keep looking for a green thing here. My air fryer is very small. You can probably cut it in half and then do it that way. I would just butter it beforehand. Let's look at the door. And sorry, Noli, I will look in a second what your messages are. I have Chatty, which allows me to get the notifications for Twitch, but it doesn't let me do notifications for YouTube too. So then I have to look over to do the stuff for YouTube. So you're going to have to pardon me for a moment. I found a tool today on the Mario website which makes really old Game Maker games playable on new computers. That's awesome. I actually, one of the guys from the Game Maker 8.1 Discord gave me a bunch of tools for Game Maker, and I think that's one of the tools. Yeah, GM6 to Vista, convert 4 to 5. I don't know. There's a bunch of random stuff in here. I don't know what fuck that icon is. But he gave me some weird stuff like that. I think that's what that stuff is. It might be the same stuff. I think they uploaded them. What am I looking for? GM 8.2. Big butter hours. What do you mean by that, Jess? Big butter hours? Yeah, I would put a lot of butter on it so it doesn't burn. If I manage to beat this, that would be like the hardest game ever. The door needs to be unlocked with a key. Yeah, I see. Well, yeah, I see that. If key is 1, then destroy instance, and then the key is down here. It's right here, right? I see that, but I don't. It says teleport to object 13. That's where this teleport box goes. I presume it's this. I know it says this is object 15. Actually, is there something under it? I don't think I can see it. There's probably something under here. I presume it goes down here, and then you got to go to the end. That makes the most sense to me. It's a weird 3rd level, but yeah, that's it. And then this is just a nothing room, and then I'm not going to spoil what the last room is so that you can earn it yourself. Make you do it yourself. But yeah, that's it. It's only 3 levels, dude. I think what makes it so hard is that each of the enemies, like literally their start moving in a direction thing is just random, like left or right random. And then some of them change every so often. Why did I click on? Yeah, like this one, for example. It starts moving in any random orthogonal and diagonal direction, and then its alarm is to just start moving in a different direction. And it changes speed too. So it either is 7 speed or it's 4 speed. So that's really annoying as an enemy, to be frank. Bro, I'm exhausted. The Adderall can't save me. Yeah, dude, I understand. You're tired of doing work? Well, it's time to make the Dandelion game, Jazz. Nah, dude, that sucks. That blows. Are you working from home today? The senior accountant above me quit, and now I have 2 jobs for the pay of 1. Bro, that sucks. That's awful, dude. Having to take up all that responsibility is a nightmare. Would it be possible for you to Google Drive the Minto thing in a zip? Yeah, let me do that for you. You're going to have to look at my face while I do that, though. Give me a second. I'll host it for you. And then hold on, I'll get to the rest of the messages. I'm moving slow today, boys. Give me a second. Alright. Actually, I'll tell you what. Noli, since we have a back and forth here, I'm just going to make a folder for you, since I suspect I'll be giving you other stuff in the future. A new folder. And name it for Noli. And so it looks like I'm going to have to delete some stuff on my Google Drive. You're almost out of storage. Yeah, whatever, bro. This is 800 kilobytes. I got a whole gig left on here. Why are you guys acting like I'm chock full or something, bro? Okay. Dude, Addo, welcome. Oh, wait. Could you read all of my messages starting from thank you? Starting from thank you. Oh, sorry. How did I miss that, bro? Oh my god. Okay, well, thank you for reminding me. Thank you for taking the time to help me decompile this stuff. I really appreciate it. Yeah, no problem, dude. I got the first level covered. It's pretty simple if I get lucky enough. The character moves really fast, but it's manageable. Level 2 is so hard because they move very randomly. Yeah, I think that's the randomness is part of what it makes difficult. And then I found a tool today with Shimari website. Okay, thank you for bringing me back up to speed, Noli. Here, I'm like a messages behind. Okay, so hold on. Here's your link. Let me know if that works. So that should be for the Minto thing. If there's anything else that we do for you, I'm just gonna toss into this this thing for you. Okay. And then I see Addo's here. Welcome, Addo. I'm sorry it took me a minute here. Hello, welcome. Actually, I can read from here, since you're on Twitch. Addo, I'm not Addo. I'm on lunch at the office. Okay, lunch. I see. Artificial notes. I am AOD. Oud. Ado. Fine. I'm Oud. I appreciate that about you, Ado. How are you doing? How are you doing? How's your game going? How's your life going? Are you doing well? Okay, I think I've read everything. Let me know if I missed any comments. Jazz, I'm sorry you're dealing with all that stuff at work. That sounds really painful. Is there a way you could like resurrect like a new person to take your place, like a necromancer or something? Got the menu working. That's nice, and that's all. Hey, sometimes it's the little steps, you know. Do I want to save changes? No, I do not want to save changes. Oh, hey. Oh, it's Cody. Yo, bro. Yo, what's up? I don't. For some reason, I stuttered on the comma. I was like, oh man, how am I gonna read this? Welcome, Fuzzy. How are you, dude? How's your game going? How's your life doing? What's up with you? Fuzzy, smooth, dude. I'm working on smooth. Smooth is smooth is how I'm working on it. Yeah, I need more of this coffee in me. You can go to the different addos. That's awesome, dude. I'm glad you got the menu working. So does that mean you have all 3 games in there? Because that's pretty significant. I just want my game done so I can make a smaller game. Makes sense. Is this a game that you're tired of working on now? Is that why you have that energy for it, or? And then I gotta make sure to look over. Okay, yeah, Noli, you said yay. And then Game Maker is like the best engine right now. I really like Game Maker. I think it falls short of some things. I really wanted to do a multiplayer like focus game, and they did release rollback multiplayer for Game Maker, but then they scrapped it because they didn't like how the implementation result. It forced people to rely on Opera GX Games Corner to like run the servers, and they didn't like that. So I agree with them. I think that makes sense. They want to. Their goal with Game Maker is to make an engine where any Joe Schmo, any average person who understands Game Maker can make a multiplayer game and just post it on Steam. That's kind of like what their vision is, and I like that vision a lot. So I do really like the thing. As far as like a good game engine, I think it does 2D very well. It looks like 3D is pretty difficult. I've never figured it out. So not that I couldn't. I think if I dedicated the time to it, I could figure it out, but understandable. Fozzie, or sometimes Fizzy. Check Discard for teaser. I'm really struggling with writing today. With reading. Do we ever get to build a finished bridge to the other side of the cliff? That's a good idea. I appreciate that you came up with that idea 11 minutes ago. Do you ever get to build? No, you do not get to build a finished bridge to the other side of the cliff. Good idea. Find the addos. Bro, I love this menu, dude. It's like dystopian. We're going to the dystopian addos. Bro, these are characters for this too, Fuzzy? This is awesome. Damn, you're putting a lot of work into this. Look at these cars, bro. I love the vibes. Both of these look good, dude. You guys are doing great. Cody, we can't see. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. Thank you. I'm so bad. I'm bad at streaming. No, you're supposed to see. Look, here's Addo's thing. Sorry. Here is Fuzzy's beautiful work. Look, you guys. Unless we're not supposed to see. Why did I go to me for that? I don't understand. Oh, whatever. I'm running slow today. Guess I'll have to be you have to be here with me. Okay. Got it. I hope you enjoyed my use of vowels. I do. Oh, some friends call me Fuzzbutt. Okay. Check discard. Here's the Game Maker multiplayer game example, but it's so old it makes me sad it got removed. Yeah, I've looked at a lot of them, and they're all like way too old. Some of them use like old engine stuff. I'll pull it up just for the... Yeah, see, I love stuff like this. This reminds me of, is it Stick RPG Online or something? Looks kind of like that. So, dang, y'all looking great. Yeah, everybody's doing a great job. I love this Addo. I love the dystopian vibe of this. And then, honestly, Fuzzy, you're doing a great job with this. Looks awesome. Cars look really good, too. Just want the project to be done. You got to be close by now, bro. Got to be close. Dang, y'all, looking great. Big ups. Tell me a Addo dimension idea right now, and I will make it true. All right, I want a 1990s Gary Gygax Dungeon and Dragons First Edition. Find the Addos thing. It's got to be dungeons, dragons, fire, treasure. That's what I want. That's an Addo dimension I want to see. How do I open a particular level and start playing to practice in Game Maker? Okay, so great question. So I believe, if I'm correct, how this works for GameMaker 8.2 is, so room title is the first room, and after room title, it goes into the next room. So what you should do is you should just drag level 3 or whatever up, and you should be able, it should just go to it. I can actually test it. Is this level 3? I don't know if that's level 3. Here, I can probably change the code too. Let's look at the code. Does room title have a... What object is this? Object 18. Okay, yeah, so here... sorry, here's how it works. So, you go to object 18, and object 18 has... If you press enter, execute code, and the code here is go to room level 1. So you can just change it to room level 3, and it should go to room level 3. There you go. The game is so loud. Okay, yeah, that's it. So just do that. Go to 18, execute. Let me know if you got that done too, and then here, I'll catch up with chat. How should I make the dialogue work? What the fuck was that? Yeah, it's don't worry about it. It's this game. I played through all 50 Johnny games, if you remember, and this is another game by Kimberly Cubis. So he wanted it decompiled, so we were talking about that. How should I make the dialogue work? I don't know, honestly. How should you make the dialogue work? Whatever way you're using, why do I keep thinking Construct. Is it Construct? Or is it Scratch? I think you're using Scratch. More like decomposed. I like that comment. Is that only for Cody? The, dimension thing? Yeah, it's true. No, you should do your dimension, too. Tell your dimension. It doesn't need to be. What about a baking dimension where everything's made out of sweets? That's a good idea. The Addos are hidden veggies. Broccoli Addo. Brado. Kendo. Canendo. To be honest, I prefer the baking dimension. Do the baking dimension, then. That could be fun. What the fuck was that? Thank you. So the code is in the objects. Awesome. Yeah, all the code is in the objects. Here, I can explain how you... Maybe we'll just do a game dev teaching stream. It'll be whatever it needs to be. So if you click each of the objects, so each sprite is attached to an object. The sprite is attached right here in the top left. And then these are each of the events that the object runs. So how an object works is the create event will only run once when the object is created. So for object 11, which looks like an enemy here, I presume it's whatever this enemy is, this candy corn pumpkin guy. So when he's created, his only thing is to start moving in a direction. And because 2 directions are selected, he'll pick one randomly, and then he'll move at a speed of 5. This applies to himself. That's why that's ticked. And then when he collides with the player, which is what these arrows are, it'll go to room over, which is the game over screen, I presume.
And then when he collides with this, which I believe is the wall, he reverses vertical direction. So he just goes up and down, basically. So that's basically how this object works. And then for more complex things, like the player, you'll see that he has different buttons. So this is like if left key is pressed, keyboard event. Each of these keyboard events does a different thing. And you'll notice the player doesn't have a speed. Instead, he just moves in a direction. So if you remember correctly from my Johnny Game Dev stream, the 0, of a quadrant grid is in the top left of a computer screen. So you'll notice when you press left, you move -32. So he moves -32 pixels to the left, assuming that the top left is 0, on a quadrant grid. That's basically that. Scratching my head. I can probably do that. I like the way Addo speaks. It's just like, it's like unfiltered, unconscious speak. That's great. I jump off the bridge level where you have to code a level. That's a good idea. You're full of ideas, Jazz. If only I could finish some of my own ideas. That was just my song lyrics. I clicked on the wrong thing. Where the hell is Discord? Oh, here it is. I'm writing down your ideas in here. Not gonna lie, Contract 2 is just Game Maker but worse. At least Scratch is completely different. Yeah, that's fair. Contract 2 does look like Game Maker but worse. Yes, that way Cody doesn't need to do levels anymore. I will never not do levels for Jump Off the Bridge. I feel Jump Off the Bridge is a game I'll be working on for the rest of my life, even if I make other games. That's kind of how it feels to me. I have a note in my iPhone that is so long of Jump Off the Bridge ideas that it lags. It doesn't, my iPhone can't even load the note anymore. I have to just read it on a computer. It's terrible. The guy is grouchy and you make one and then he's like, add a jump and I want more purple. That makes sense. Yeah, you want more purple in it. I get it. That would be like the audience is I'm like representing the audience symbolically in my art for the type of levels they want. Though my audience has never been demanding that much anyways for Jump Off the Bridge stuff. Exactly. Learning game dev from Minto Decompile is the best way to learn. Yeah, Minto is a pretty easy game to learn game dev from. I would also say the Johnny games are pretty good too because they're very simple, platforming wise. Some of the intricacies of collision are a little weird in Johnny, but this one's really straightforward, very simple. You could. One of my first games looks very similar to this. It's like a top-down movement type of thing. Let's see here. And then the fan levels can be Easter egg, and then you can go play them. That's a good idea, too. That sounds hard, actually. I don't know how that'll work. Yeah, it's difficult to imagine making a level where people can program it. I have the level editor, though, so... Yeah, I've removed the filter from my brain recently. I think that's good. I think you need to remove the filter from your brain. Just let it all out. Addo Unfiltered. It caused some problems for me having no motivation to work. That's interesting. I would think removing the filter... I guess I could see that. You would have a lot more random stuff being unfiltered. Doesn't that burn you out like you're enslaved to your game now? I would say that's interesting. You know, I've thought about it too, because I've thought about the thing that I like most about your game design, Fuzzy, is that it's just like you make small projects and then you release them. But I really like the idea of having like a lifelong project. And I don't necessarily feel burned out on it because it's not like I'm working on it every day. I feel like it's a thing where I take times of rest periods and then I do other stuff. Like I was working on my Sven game and stuff like that. So I don't think it burns me out. It's difficult to commit to something for a long period of time for sure. It's like a relationship basically, right? I mean, every relationship, especially a long-term one, you like learn, you know, how the person works. You learn to compromise with them. You get used to certain things. You guys have certain cycles because of how long you've been together, sort of thing. And you just have to figure out how to navigate it. You have to figure out navigating people changing over time while also, still being in a relationship with them. Because people invariably change. In the same way that my game design for Jump Off the Bridge has invariably changed as time has gone on. But each level in Jump Off the Bridge for me is like a little vignette. So I do feel like I'm completing something. There is a finality to it, but that I'm adding more vignettes as time goes on. Is it profitable to continually do something like that? I don't think so necessarily. I don't know if continuing to work on the same project ad infinitum is truly the the way to monetary success. But I think I need to give space for working on something that I really love and also working on smaller projects too. I think often the things that we like in others are things that we want to see in ourselves. So I like that you complete small projects, and I want to do both. So I just need to figure out how to navigate doing both for my own personal stuff. Hold on, I gotta catch up. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute, what am I doing here? I can just read it like this. This is way better. Yeah. I kept looking over here, and every time somebody would type a message, it keeps scrolling back down. Okay. Here we go. I don't like how all the names are the same color, though. It's difficult to figure out. Okay, so you're in... I hope that answered your question, Fuzzy. I think it does. Does it have that one idea I had for a level? This is atrocious in a good way. I don't know what you're talking about, but we'll get back to it. Does it have that one idea I had for a level? Maybe. I don't know. You're going to scare him off Twitch again. Panic. Lol. Oh, hold on, wait. Okay, hold on. Nah, dude, I'll try to be here often. Wait, guys, hold on. Hold on. Wait. Give me a second. Why did they make the chat like this? Okay, that idea is like a children's Czechoslovakian movie about a cat in sunglasses that if you take the sunglasses off, everyone needs to change color and show their true nature. That sounds interesting. Why don't you send me the name of that movie? I want to see that. There are stories of people like working on games for decades and never finishing them. Bro, I see those stories all the time of people never finishing things. But then I wonder, like, does Jump Off the Bridge really need to be finished? Like, what is finished, I guess, right? Like, it's a philosophical discussion for sure. I think as long as I do stuff on the side and complete other things, I don't have to finish everything, That's kind of how I think about it. Nice Kirby mug. Thanks, Jazz. We have two of them now. This is the Kirby, and then the back has, I'm assuming, Kirby in Japanese. Kirby dayo! So lovers turn red liars, turn purple happy people, turn yellow something like that, and they all get angry. Interesting. A forever game. Yeah, it could be a forever game. Like Duke Nukem Forever. Lol. I guess it's worse when you're wasting hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Duke Nukem Forever. Somebody just released a early build of Duke Nukem before it sort of had the creep in it. What is it? I don't want to say power creep. Feature creep of just like they constantly try to do different things. I don't know if I have that problem of feature creep with Jump Off the Bridge. I feel like I am moving towards a final end, but I have a lot of fun ideas that I can see myself just wanting to, I don't want to have to make a whole nother game to do an idea. Jump Off the Bridge is kind of like a hub of all my ideas sort of thing. It feels like I can do different stuff. And I'm working on a board game and things like that too, that I'm going to get finished and things like that. That's probably like 1 or 2 years out before we're actually publishing that game, but I have board games and things that'll get done. So hold on. Oh geez, here we go. Once you die, we can inherit your game. Yeah, I do actually want to do something in my will, like a source code will be released or something, or whatever. I'll figure something out. Remember that time in Johnny 31 where it's just random shopping cart? Yes, I remember. Dude, Johnny. It's just random stuff. Ados to Jump Off the Bridge air, yeah. Change is not Not just essential, but good. Interesting way to put it. Yeah, I could see something like that. Change is not essential, but good. I don't want to personally moralize change, so I'm just going to say change is what it is. Change is change. It's inevitable. It always happens. There's no way to avoid it. Do I think change is always good? I don't know. I don't think so. I think change is just change. That's how I want to view it. How do you make and then add a cutscene to a game? Well, there's a couple ways to do it. You could either program it in, or with GameMaker, they also have... Actually, you should ask Fuzzy for that, to be honest. Fuzzy should teach us how to do it, because I don't know how to do the... There's like a thing in GameMaker where you can do like a sequence, I think. You can just or a timeline. I don't know. You can do like a whole cutscene, and I've never used it. I program all my cutscenes like an old fogey. So we'll get back to that. You'll have to ask me at a later date. I can show it off, but it'll take a while. Do you have an idea for a cutscene? Is that why you're asking that? Find the bridges. Find the bridges. That's a good idea too. Yeah, why don't I write that one down too? I like all your guys' ideas. Thank you. Yeah, why don't you just put all your ideas in here? I'm not going to promise to use them, but I will note them down. You might as well make my list bigger. I have like 68 hours sunk into Minto. It'd be very sad if I gave up. That's awesome, dude. 68 hours. Bro, you got 3 levels. You got this, dude. Cody's getting overwhelmed. Wow. Yes. Should I make a 3-hour philosophical review of the Johnny series explaining all my theories and why I like them? Yeah, why not, bro? What the hell? If you're the one believing the Albert Camus life is absurd philosophy foundation, then yeah, just do whatever the hell you want. I think you should. Life's too short. Oh, he doesn't know the context now. Yeah, I know. We are whelming him greatly. Bwomp, Kermug, everything creep. Yeah, if Jump Off the Bridge is a passion project, then it doesn't have to end unless you lose passion for it. At least that's how I see passion projects. That's an interesting way to think about it. I think passion is something that comes and go in the same way that, like, you know, you're not going to always be... I think relationships are the same way. There's like a rhythm. I think there's a rhythm for everything. It goes in cycles. Everyone always talks about how, like, the beginning of the relationship is the honeymoon phase, and then you start to see, like, the other things of each other, like the negative aspects or the different ways that manifest that you were blinded by your love of before. I think Jump Off the Bridge is something that I've had passion for, and I haven't had passion for at different times. And you can see that in my update cycles and how I work on it, and probably map it out on my streams when I'm working and when I'm not, sort of thing. You can always just shove a level between 2 levels. It's true. You can always just shove a level in there. I wasn't listening, but it's important to me that you know I like your mug. Yes, thank you, Jazz. I appreciate that. I just, you know, yes, good. It is what it is. I was wondering why this message is like this. You can do highlight messages and they show up in here. That's crazy. That's all I have to say. Thing. Oh, yeah, a sequence. Yeah, you've done the sequences in your thing, right? Make a whole movie as a level. You could. How did I discover the Johnny games? I found Saint's channel. I think I found Saint's channel through the Johnny games. I was looking for obscure games and somehow I stumbled on it. I think that's probably what it was. I was like, man, I'm somebody that always seeks out really weird and obscure games. And then I play them. And then that's basically how it is. Okay. Bye, y'all. Back to the work. Good luck, Jazz. Have a great day. Everything comes and goes. This is actually really relevant for Jazz to say, I'm leaving right after Addo says everything comes and goes. It's true. Look it. The universe just proved it. No matter what. Yeah, have a good day, Jazz. This message is highlighted. I appreciate that, Addo. This message is not highlighted. Thank you, Addo. Guys, type more stuff so Cody never just reading the chat. No, dude, we have stuff to do. I think. I guess we don't have to. But I do want to do something. All right, I'm caught up. All right, guys. We got to do something on Jump Off the Bridge today. I need to get my Jump Off the Bridge thing done today. Something needs to be done. I think what I want to do is, what are your favorite Game Maker games? Yeah, so much progress made. So much! One of my favorite Game Maker games? Oh, shit, dude. Okay, I'll tell you what. Noli, I have an answer for that question, but there are still some games that I want to play on stream, so you're going to have to wait till a future stream. Let me make a note in my Twitch thing for myself here. Yeah. I will answer that question in future streams. I have games from my childhood, but I don't want to spoil it because I have them listed. I want to do streams of them. So you're going to have to wait on that. Sorry about that. I will answer that question in time. Now's our chance. So much. Thank you. I'm inspired by Unfair Flips, a coin flipping game to make something super simple. Unfair Flips? Is that a Steam game? %20 chance of getting heads. Oh, it's like a... Oh, okay, gotcha. That's kind of funny. Neat, bro. What a very simple game. Okay, neato. It's a very intriguing answer. Yeah, I'm sorry for blue balling you on that answer. I have a list of all the Game Maker games from my childhood that I want to go through and play to see how they hold up. And I got the Windows XP virtual machine thing, and I want to play through them. So, unfortunately, you'll have to wait. I don't want to spoil it. I'll be streaming some of those soon, so... as I delve back into childhood and what made me like video games. There is actually... I'll give you partially an answer. There is a game from my childhood that I really love, and I think is indicative of kind of the direction I want to go for game design. But you can't find it anymore because even the Yo-Yo Games archives don't have it, and I had an old link to it. I don't know if I have a file for it anymore, but it's a very simple game. It's a top-down game where one person plays the deer and the other person plays the hunter, and it's in a forest. And the deer just runs around trying to avoid the hunter, and the hunter can like buy different weapons and make money every time he kills the deer, basically. And what I like about that game is it's an asymmetric, like one keyboard multiplayer game. And when I grew up, a lot of the games I really loved, this is going to sound funny because Jump Off the Bridge is a single player game, but the games I really liked playing the most were the ones where I would sit down with my cousin and we would like play through them. To be honest, another game that really stuck in my head a lot was Mini RPG. There was a guy that I'd known that so I played Mini RPG. I believe it was Mini RPG. It was something like that. I'll have to look it up. Zinx. It's been a long time since I've talked to him. Johan. But I had, through the comments of Yo-Yo Games, I'd reached out and I was like, hey, I want to make sprites for your game, because I was doing sprites for other stuff. That was all I could do back then. I couldn't do programming. And he was like, yeah, you can do sprites. Here's what I need. And so I started an email chain. I made him sprites, and we would go back and forth for years. And then when I got into high school, he bought me Game Maker. And so that's basically why I'm here at this point today. It's probably from Mini RPG. So if I had to say probably my favorite, I would say like those two games, this deer hunting game and Mini RPG. And for context, Mini RPG was a game where it was an RPG game. It was top down, very simple, but it was 2 players split screen. And a lot of the games I really liked from my childhood were these multiplayer games where I could sit with my cousin Drew and we would play through these games together. Those are the games that were most impactful for me. We're sitting down in the same room and playing through a game together. There were a lot of online flash games where you could do the same thing. I remember a plane one where one person would control the plane, the other person would control the guns of the plane, and you'd have to like navigate a horizontal scrolling shooter, things like that. The most impactful games for me when I was a child were the 2-player or 4-player type split screen games. And I think directly because of Mini RPG Battle and that deer game and stuff, that's what made me want to go into games, was to make games that like multiple people could put. But I haven't made a game where multiple people could sit down in a room and play it, so it's kind of funny. I guess that's what I like about fucking Brent's game, is that he's doing a 4-player arena game. So that's awesome. You should make a Jump Off the Bridge game about deer hunting. That's true. I should. I have a game involving a deer, or I have a level involving a deer. I'll show it. I should. I've actually been tossing around the idea of doing a multiplayer Jump Off the Bridge level where it's like one level in Jump Off the Bridge where it requires you to connect 4 controllers. And have everybody sit down and beat it. That would be very funny. I've thought about it. I don't know how it would work, but I should make an Addo language for Feature the Addo. What is the FT? Why am I not I keep thinking Feature Addo, but what is the FT Addo? I'm losing it. Oh, Find the Addo. Oh my god, dude, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm lagging day. Find the Addo. I got it. I figured it out. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate you. I figured it out. Yeah, I do actually have a deer level. Not a hunting level. Oh my god. But it's a level. I gotta work on it. That 4 controllers level should be called Oya. Bro, are you bringing up the Oya, dude? I loved the Oya. I had a buddy that oh wait. Is that how you spell Oya? Am I thinking of something different? I'm thinking of the console, the Oya. You reminded me of that beautiful console. Are you talking about that? Oya? Yeah, this thing? Is that what you're talking about? The Oya? Dude, I fucking love this. When I was younger, I had a buddy that bought this thing, and it's like a failed Kickstarter. Oh my god. It wasn't even a blip on the console market. Yeah, unless you wanted me to say blimp. I could say blimp. Driving in my car right after a beer. Yes. Why is the lol a mantis or something? Jade, my girlfriend, put in a bunch of like what do you call them? Emotes? Yeah, she put in a bunch of emotes for like random stuff. So like lol will pull up this mantis. I don't know. No, lol, but I know about this oh, you meant a Ouija board. Okay, gotcha. Yes. Dude, this console, I was like super geeked for it because I was like, oh man, like it had that awesome Game Maker game on it. The Towerfall Ascension? No, Towerfall Ascension is a board game, isn't it? No, it's this game. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm thinking of. Towerfall Ascension. Yeah, it had this awesome Game Maker game on it. I was so pumped for it. I was like, bro, this is going to be the people's console. Everyone's going to have like 4 controllers up. Although the controllers look kind of fucking ugly now that I'm looking at their shit design. But I was like, dude, it's a tiny console. You can bring it around. It's awesome. It's like a Raspberry Pi. Everyone can make games for it. They're going to have the marketplace for it. It'll be like the new Steam. And then they completely bombed. They completely destroyed it. It's super shit. I didn't realize this was considered a micro console. What the hell are these micro consoles? Dude, I love the idea for this thing. I'm so bummed it fucking destroyed itself. I wish they would have figured it out. It's so funny how that message could be interpreted in two completely contextually meaningful ways. Yeah, dude. And I was, for some reason, I was like, because the whole point of the Ouya was to be like a multiplayer console. Like, oh, we can return to the console days where everybody sits down and they got more controllers, you know. And then you're talking about a Ouija board. Yeah, that's really funny. Everybody putting their hands together for like a Ouija thing. Yes. Well, we know that the knife is a pony. It's true. Raffle. What else? Ice cream console. Lol. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Jade has put some very random emotes in there. They're all pretty good. They are pretty good. Yeah, you know what? The name of the stream is Actual, but because I haven't streamed so long, we're all catching up. So I got to do one thing for Jump Off the Bridge. What am I going to do? So this, here. We're going to start with small. Pony knife, pony knife. Yes. Here, we actually got to do something, though. Let's, so I got this bear. Let's fix a line of code. Even if I get one thing done today, that's still one step further than I was. So I got this bear. He just moves into town. You can buy keys from him. But the dialogue stops his animation. So let's fix that. I want to make sure that he's that he doesn't stop the animation till he's done hammering the key. How do I do that? I guess we'll look into it. How do I program? I don't remember how to program. We're going to get something done today, I promise. They made like a new Game Boy for the itch.io generation developers. It's kind of funny because it's called Playdate. Oh, is that crank one? Where you crank it? I thought that thing was fucking stupid. Hold on. Yeah, dude, this thing. I hate this thing. Okay, so I don't hate it. I just don't like how expensive it is. It's like $200, isn't it? It's like $230, and it doesn't have color. I kind of, it's got a design. Okay, it's not terrible. I don't think it was open to everyone though. Like, I don't think anyone can just make shit for it. I don't remember actually. Dev, maybe you can. I don't remember. Okay. It's not terrible. I think the price is too high, but it's not like, it's not the worst thing ever made. I thought the price was pricing people out of it, but it looks like it's pretty high quality, so not the worst. But yes, I remember the Playdate, yeah. You should make a level where you grow a farm to gain money for other levels. Or maybe you pay money for secrets in different levels. I actually do have that idea written down already. Thank you, Addo, but I do have a farm level where you make money for other stuff. Good ideas, though. And I'm not just saying they're good ideas because I've thought of them, but it's a good idea. Cody, I agree about the Playdate. It's ridiculous. The price is hilarious. When even I think it's not worth the price, then it's insane. Why? Are you somebody that spends money superfluously or something? I don't know. But that is really funny. Oh, man, only Cody's ideas are good. Nah, dude, your ideas are good, too. They're great. Yeah, I feel like if you're going to make an everyman's console, Noli, it's got to be like, my ideas are secretly just Cody's. Depends on the day. Depends on the idea. I don't think your ideas are just mine. But I have had that idea before, so. But I think, like, if you're going to make an everyman console that everyone can, like, afford or something like that, like, first off, I don't like that it's just a tiny thing that only one person can play, and it's like $230, bro. Like, if it was like $50, like, I feel like we need a console that people can put Game Maker games onto that's like $50. That's what I want to design. If somebody could design that or make that would be so awesome, bro. I didn't mean it that way. I meant even because, oh, okay, gotcha. Like low quality. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know what you'd meant, so. Yeah, some of those games are pretty high quality looking too, but I feel like it has to be possible, right? The problem is Game Maker uses DirectX, so it's got to support that. But level where you have to launch 2 instances of the game, and the player can walk through both windows. That's a very interesting idea, Addo. I don't think I can program that. Correction. I don't think I could program that without adding an extension to Game Maker, but that's a very funny idea. But technically, now I'm not saying I've already kind of had an idea similar to that. I can't show you the level, but I do have something similar to that already started. Wait, hold on. Very possible, I'm sure. Yeah, it's got to be possible. I'm pretty sure you can fit all N64 games ever made. Yeah, I don't think the space thing would be a concern. I think the fidelity and graphics of each game, I don't know. There's got to be a way to do it, bro. There's got to be a way to do it. I started looking into microelectronics because I wanted to make something like that. I wanted to go back to the days where we have cartridges but like you put your Game Maker game on a cartridge and put it in there. I actually did sketch this out here. I'm sorry. We're gonna foray into something different. We're gonna talk. That's what you guys want to do today. We want to talk. Yeah. Yeah, so I was watching this I was watching this video and I was like learning microelectronic stuff and I was trying to figure out how to make it work so that we could make a console for Game Maker stuff. And I was using the basis of the Latte Panda, which is like this it's like a small microcomputer. Problem is it's like $200 or like $100. So it's not totally going to work for like a everyman console, but I was like trying to think of like, okay, if we use the Latte Panda and then I was able to program like controllers similar to how the Switch has it, and then utilizing the different ports and figuring out an LCD screen, a battery, and trying to make it modular was my goal, because my thought was I would like a console that's cheap, that you could fit all Game Maker games on, but that also the gamepad would be modular so that you could have different types of gamepads into it, but each gamepad plugged in like at the right spot. Like perhaps the left side would be the same thing every time, but the right side you could like USB plug in different things. And I was trying to figure out like the parts for the project, like what kind of cost it would be, and then like information of how to design PCBs and CAD and program the stuff. And then I was looking at Abe did he did his own custom console thing. So the way he solved the cartridge problem was he actually just took an micro SD housing and then extended the pins out into a cartridge form so that he turned it into an edge connector and then he could slot it in. And I was like, well, if I could do something like that, like micro SD cards, find cheap micro SD cards to make cartridges and then extend the pins out to an edge connection to then plug into the Latte Panda was kind of my thought. I don't know. It's possible. There's got to be a way to do it. I don't know how much it would cost, but I had this idea in my head a long time ago, like last year or something. It's not practical because I don't know enough about microelectronics to do it yet, but that was a thought I had. Sorry for the random tangent, but yes. Game Maker console. Imagine playing Johnny in school and showing it to your friends and they were just speechless. Imagine having a Game Maker console and you pull up the controllers and you're like, yo guys, you gotta play this game, and everyone's playing Johnny. Level where you have to damage the FPS boss, which decreases the FPS of the game as it increases health. Decreases health. That is an interesting level idea that I have not thought of at all. Now you're getting twisted with it. No progress. We do not allow progress. Yes. Well, no progress for me, too. Did you know they made new games with cartridges, like the new NES tag on Twitch or on itch? Yes, yeah. Actually soldable Game Boy cartridges, at least that's what I think. Yeah. I have actually seen that. People are making new NES games that still work in your NES. I think that's really awesome. I've seen stuff like that. There's actually a Game Boy Game Maker type program where you can just program Game Boy games, which I think is cool. We should Kickstarter for your project. That is an interesting idea. I don't feel like I know enough about it to bring the project to fruition, but I will be doing a project Kickstarter for my board game in like a year or so. So we'll start with that. We'll see if that's successful, and then maybe I'll go towards the. I like the idea of like going to like a convention or something, or like having friends and being like, "Yo, here's this Game Maker game I made," and you give them like a cartridge, like you. I love the old days where you could just trade cartridges and stuff and be like, oh yeah, I'll try it out. And then they pop it into their thing. Like, that'd be awesome to see something like that. And the versatility of Game Maker and how easy it is to make games, to be able to just like put it on a cartridge and like have a physical, tangible thing you can like give to people. That's awesome. I would love that. That's kind of my dream for Game Maker stuff. That would be really cool. If Game Maker just works on making, the game, making everything easy as it has been, I could see that happening in the future. Fix your bear. Yeah, we gotta fix the bear. The bear should be broken. I'll fix the bear. I laugh so much reading archived original comments under the Johnny games and how people are referring to Johnny as creepy and smiling. That is very funny. Johnny mascot and Johnny plushie for your project. There you go. You could there's options. All right, we're gonna fix the bear. We're going to fix the bear. I'm sorry. I'm too distracted. We got to fix the bear. We can play video games after we fix the bear. Let's just fix the bear. All we got to do, fix the bear. That's it. Where's the bear? Where's he at? Find him. Do you see the bear? I see him. He's here somewhere. Hold on. We're almost there. Okay. Downtown. Forge. Here's the bear. Okay, we're going to fix the bear. That's all we got to do. Let's make one step today. One step in the right direction. How does my bear work? So he stops talking on text scroll. We gotta fix that. That's all we gotta do. So maybe what I'll do is oh, he has phases. Okay, we have text. So Forge, I think it sets a phase, doesn't it? The spark shall kill thee. I will be adding sparks to this too. Yeah, dude, I'm not going to make the sparks kill the player. That's a funny idea, Addo. You're a troll. If that's what that idea was. Smith, okay. So phase 3 for him. I already have it set up. I'm assuming, yeah, forging. Yeah. So here's what we'll do. We'll do if instance equals. So if we have a text box and phase does not equal 3 because this is forging. So what I'm doing is I'm making an exception because typically when he finishes talking, he'll stop his 2-frame mouth movement. So what I'm doing is for phase 3, we're going to do our own different thing. So we're going to do... So we should probably do... We're going to do the sparks here too. So... All right, enjoy working on feet the Addo, bro. Find the Addo. Why do I keep thinking feet the Addo? Good luck. We stopped talking. Yeah, we should play something together. Yeah, what do you want to play together? We'll play games together at some point. What do you even play, Addo? I know Thomas plays like Age of Empires and stuff, but I do. Maybe we should do a feet Addo. Maybe we should do a Minecraft server with everybody. That would be pretty funny. I'm currently playing through Valheim. You're going to have to give me some time. I've been Valheiming it up. I don't know what we can play. When do you come into America, bro? When are you guys coming over? Let me know. I'll have my multiplayer jump off the bridge levels done before then. I met Jazz. I can meet all you guys too. Fuzzy, where are you at? You're in America, aren't you? Sleepover. We should. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna work on Jump Off the Bridge. We'll get it cooking. I'll get a house, and then we'll get you guys to all come over for a sleepover. Are you nearby Michigan, or are you far away from Michigan? You don't have to tell me exactly where. Just tell me if it's near or far. If you don't want to. I mean, if you want to. You don't have to. Yes, my plan for distracting Cody seems to work. It does. Near! Oh, shit, dude. I can meet Fuzzy IRL too? That's awesome. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'm far. I know you're far. Aren't you in the other side of the world? I have Kroger's and everything? Bro, you're just like us. You're just like me. Kroger's. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Addo, you're in. I'm not going to dox you, but I'm pretty sure I know where you're at. I know where you're at. I'm going to have to visit you or get you a plane ticket over at some point. What am I doing? Okay, so we got to do sparks. So if end of... actually, hold on. I gotta go in my computer files. What I need to do is hold on. I need to go to app data roaming, and then I gotta go to, I gotta go local, and I gotta go to Jump Off the Bridge. I'm sorry, you're not able to see this right now because I don't want to completely show my entire file hierarchy. Where the hell is Jump Off the Bridge? Why does... Am I crazy? Is it in roaming? Oh, there's a Jump Off the Bridge in here. So I gotta edit the character save data to have a bunch of money so that I can test this. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm sorry if I didn't explain that. Because it costs 100 each time. Okay, I can go back to the thing now. Sorry about that. You should watch Possibly a Michigan movie, and it's on YouTube in 11 minutes long. I have seen it, and I see the audio. People play it for like TikToks all the time too. So I have actually watched it. You watched it today? That's interesting. Okay, maybe Garlic Phone. That might be fun. Maybe Gardic Phone. I don't know what that means. Gardic Phone? So tired of practicing Minto. I want to watch movies, but I have to finish Minto. You got to do your playthrough of Minto. Show your grind. Make sure you record the 60 hours of footage it took to get there. It's only 3 levels. You got this, dude. Or you could just program a way for you to beat it. That would be pretty funny, too. I don't think there is actually you don't know if Gardic... I feel like I've heard that word before, but I don't know. Yeah, I've seen this before. Yeah, okay, I have seen this, yeah. It's like that Telestrations, basically. It's like a board game. Yeah. Okay, so wait. If end on text scroll. Man, I cannot focus today. Do I need 2 cups of coffee? Is this stuff not strong enough? Oh, God. I switch over to the drug of choice after years of not drinking coffee or caffeine in any capacity. And now my brain is wired. All right. So if end text scroll. So he's going to be talking. So we just got to turn this off, basically. Let's do it step by step. My brain is not today functioning. Okay. I shall no longer... No, you're good, dude. You can distract as much as you want. It's on the web. It's free. I have seen people play the game before. You're not distracting me. I'm allowing you to distract me. I pulled up Chatty today. I was like, you know what? I'm going to have all the notifications in the lower right. I'm going to do everything. I have it all. So you're good. You chat if you want. Don't think you're distracting me. I'm allowing you to distract me. If I didn't want to be distracted, I would ignore the messages and continue doing my thing. I do want to get one thing done, and I will get it done. All right, so we have 9, a bunch of money. He crafts. Okay, so now he's frozen. That's not what we want. Okay, so we want to do... smithing. You will read whatever I send. I'm feeling mischievous now. You're lucky I knew what the hell you were talking about there. That spelling of mischievous. It's a hard word. It is a hard word. Mischievous. How do you say it, now that I think about it? I think if we just set the image speed to 1, it should work, because this is not going to activate for this. So let's see if that works. Have you ever seen myabandonware.com? It's the best for old games. Yes, I have, actually, Noli. I downloaded a bunch of games from there recently. I don't remember what I downloaded. I've been meaning to play Valhalla. It is a beautiful... Actually, while we're waiting for this to compile... It's this old game that's been stuck in my head for a while. It's also called Ragnarok. I can't just load it up right now because, God, does anybody have a better screenshot of this? Why are the screenshots so small? Oh, here we go. Oh, dude, look, it's a My Abandonware thing of it. Okay, hold on, I'll pull it over here. There's this game I love. I want to beat it. I think I'm going to beat it on stream probably soon. It's called Ragnarok or Valhalla, depending on where it was released. And I absolutely adore how obnoxious this screen is. So, like, this is, like, kind of like the top down. This is, like, a smaller scale of what it is. And look at this HUD, bro. They turned everything into a button. Look how obnoxious that is. I love it, dude. Oh my god. Super funny. Yeah, I've been downloading, this is a different abandonware site, but I've been downloading old games that I want to play on stream. Alright, let's test our, bear. Okay, crafts. What is that thing at the bottom there? Have I introduced a new error? Image speed is 1. Crafts. It doesn't destroy the old text box. Why doesn't it destroy the old text box? Created equal no one. Oh, and oh, I see. I got it. Okay, we gotta do... It's calling an exception. Brain work. It's calling an exception, and that's it's setting the created equals to no one, and then that's creating a new text box. Okay, let's run that. Let's see if that works. And then let's catch up. Catch up. I'm not Lay England, first person living in the place, kind of human of the male gender. Makes sense. I always knew you were a square, usually with purple and black checkerboarded. What are your favorite Flash games? Oh, man. Favorite Flash games? For some reason, the thing that comes to my mind is Sunny. Is that a game? Is that RPG? Sunny? You guys ever hear of that one? Yeah, bro. Sunny. This game... Shut up. This game... I remember playing this when I was a kid. I played a shit ton of this game. I love this game. There was a potato one I don't remember. Yeah. Sunny. I'm going to go with Sunny for my answer since that's the first thing that came in my head. Oh, man. Actually, hold on. I forgot. Oh, shit. It's coming to me. What is it? Oh, man. I can't remember the name of the game. It's going to kill me. It's like a tower. A tower on the left side of the screen. You have to drag the bow back and shoot it. Oh, my God. What is the name of that? Oh, dude. He had a website and everything. Holy shit. Give me a second. My childhood flashing before my eyes. Oh, God. Oh, my Lord. What in the fuck is that? What am I looking at, bro? No, that's not it. Oh my God, dude. You just triggered this worm in my brain and I can't remember what it's called. Holy shit, I'm gonna be here all day. Vector. Why do I keep thinking Vector? Vector Games. Vector something. His website was Vector something. Oh my God, it's gonna kill me. What is it called? Oh man, dude, and it's also there's like this game. Oh shit, bro. I'm gonna lose it. Vector Games, Flash. Oh shit, Christmas. There was a Christmas version of it. Oh, I'm gonna lose it. Oh, did I find it? Oh yeah, I found it, bro. Look at this, dude. Okay, LostVectors.com. I played this shit so much when I was a child. Give me a second. Let me paste it for you. World of Hardest Game. That does not surprise you. That does not surprise me, Addo, that that's your favorite game. This looks like a YouTube link. Ever since the stream added, I only added like 5 pieces of code. Dude, you're doing as good as I am. We should play I Want to Be the Fan. Dude, that is very funny, but I Want to Be the Guy is terrifying. This looks similar to War of Ages, yes. This game looks like pure win. Yeah, so look at dude. So there's this tower game series. Kicked off the website. Bowmaster Prelude. I don't even know if you can. Yeah, you can't even play them anymore, bro. Fuck. You can't even play them. Can I download them? Oh, yeah, bro. We can ruffle them. Hell yeah, dude. Nice. Okay. Well, relax. Yeah. Bowmaster, dude. I played the shit out of this game when I was a kid. So it gives you like your stuff, and you got this bow, and you gotta like kill these guys that are coming over here, and you can get different arrows over time. Oh my god, I fucking love this game, bro. I played the shit out of this as a kid. It's awesome. I don't remember this tower being in my goddamn way. You have different firing modes. You have different things. You can buy stuff. Yeah, you gotta protect your little thing. Oh my god. I played this game a shit ton as a child. So there's this one, okay, right? And then there's this Uzi guy game. I am 17 or older. Okay, yeah, and you gotta shoot stuff. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, wait. Yeah, enter your name. Noob, that's fine. There's this game where there's just like guys coming, and you get like different power-ups and stuff, and all you gotta do, you just gotta like destroy them. I loved the hell out of this too when I was a kid. I played a ton of this. These are probably my favorite Flash games. The Sunny series, there's like a turn-based RPG sort of thing. Sunny was pretty cool. And then this game. And he made a bunch of different versions of this game. There's like a Christmas one. Each of them do different stuff. You can throw like cocktails, like Molotovs and stuff. It's just like a pure gameplay. It's got like, you can climb stuff. It's awesome. I love this game. And you guys see how long you can live. And you can change different guns. Absolutely adore this game. Yeah, so you can head over to lostvectors.com, get the Ruffle Flash emulator to play this glorious stuff. I love this stuff. 2021, huh? Bowmaster Legacy. Oh man, dude, he's making like a new version. Oh, dude, we can download. Bro, that'll be a future stream. Hell yeah, brother. I'm coming on here, bro. I'm subbing. How many subs this guy got? 90. Unlisted. Like. Bro, look at 56 other people. Your game seemed like the peak of interactivity. Yeah, dude. I see you. Awesome, bro. Give me all notifications for this guy. Love this stuff. Actually, okay, so I know I know I've been distracted. I know this whole stream has been me being distracted, but okay, so how do I want to say this? I played these games a lot, and I would say the most impactful developer for me growing up is Jason Rohr. I loved Jason Rohr's stuff. I followed him quite a bit. He is the guy that is responsible for making that. Does he have like just a list of games? Yeah. He's very famous right now for the 1 Hour, 1 Life game, which you've seen. Yeah, let's just look at his Steam. Yeah, he's popular for this game where you log in to like a multiplayer world and you only have an hour to live and then you die. You go through your entire life cycle from start to finish. He's been working on this game quite a bit. I don't own this game actually, but back in the day, he doesn't even have it on here, dude. Back in the day when Minecraft was being released, I was a part of a forum where people would draw pixel art, and I bought Minecraft, and I also bought another one of his games, but it's not on Steam. It was Sleeping Death. Sleep is Death. Yeah. I bought this game when I was a child, and I never got to play it. But how it works is it's a game where does anybody have any kind of... It's a weird game. Basically, it's a storytelling game where people connect to your story, and you have, like, as the storyteller, like 60 seconds to update the screen. It's really hard to describe. But basically, like, it's like playing an RPG, kind of, but he gives you a bunch of sprites. and then you just tell a story. And so people connect to it. It's like a multiplayer game, and then they type in what they want to do or like how they want to talk or something, and then you resolve it as the DM. Yeah, here's what it looks like. Yeah. So like you build your world and your story any way you want and the characters, and then when people connect to the game, you can like move them and stuff. You just tell. It's a weird like storytelling software thing. But when you bought it, it came with 2 copies. I gave my copy to another guy on the forum, but I never got a chance to play it. I wish that is the game still like $14? It'd be cool to try it at some point. Maybe I'll play it with you guys. Yeah, you guys are here to do random shit with me. We'll figure that. We'll find a day to do Sleep is Death. We'll get a copy for everyone. But Jason Rohr, he was always making really weird games, and those always inspired me to see like these bizarre, like it's not even really a game. It's just like a weird project. But he also made Inside a Starfield Sky and some other games that I've played that I really liked too. But he was a very impactful developer for me because he was always making these strange, weird projects. I also really like his Castle Doctrine game, which is a game where you you play a burglar and you also have a house that you have to protect, and it's like a puzzle game where one player does he even show it? You have a wife and kids and you got to protect them, sort of thing. And there's different houses and you can set traps in your house. And your goal is to try to protect your house from other players. And so you set up like a trap system and to protect your family. And then other players go in and try to rob your stuff. But it's like asymmetric. Like you can go rob other people's houses and stuff like that. And then like you just upload essentially your level. And then you make money as you rob other people's houses, as you like defeat stuff, and then other people try to like navigate your maze. Basically, it's a weird game, but Jason is known for making these bizarre games, and I really like seeing stuff like that. And then I have Inside Starfield Sky, which is like a weird fractal based game where you progressively get deeper and deeper into these different fractals. So yeah, sorry, long answer to that Flash question, but. I'm long-winded today, dude. I'm long-winded. I like that one driving game where you have to get out of the city before the nuke. I don't know if I've seen that. Madness Combat Game 1? Dude, I used to play the Madness Combat games. Tower Defense, Henry Stickman series. I've seen that before. I like the world's hardest game. I had a nice speedrun of it before. Oh, interesting. Flash games were interesting games for game dev revenue. Yeah, they definitely were. All about like ads being bought by websites. Some even had microtransactions. Yeah, especially Congregate now is implementing some stuff like that too. Some of those old games had that. The Impossible Quiz, I remember that. Hold up, I'll find you a download. If you need to download a Flash game, you right click. Oh, okay, nice. Ooh, okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Noli. I'm gonna play my nostalgia games. Oh man, 1 Hour 1 Life. That's a really old game. I remember it a long time ago. That's true. How do I change my starting point in Minto? Like drag the player further in levels so I can practice from a certain starting point. So you have to right click and delete the player. So here, I'll show you. Sorry, Noe. I don't know how long it's been since you sent that message, but you have to right click. You have to delete the player. And then you'll have to go over to here to the left side and click object 0, which is a player. And then you got to pick where you want them. And then you left click to put them in there. And you can use middle click to move. Hold middle click. Well, I'm going to go. Have a good day, Addo. Take care. Have a great day. Enjoy your time. Hopefully that answered your question, Noli. Fractal Block World? Yes. Fractal Block World is another similar. I guess I've always been kind of interested in fractal games. Okay. Let's see if we fixed our bear thing while we're at it. Okay, hits it. Nice. Okay. What I want to do is I actually want to How do I end the talking? So this ends... So with our... With our text box, we're stopping... Let's look at the text box. What are these naming conventions, Cody? What the hell were you thinking, dude? Okay. I think I have a... portrait. What stops the portrait from talking? My brain resists focusing very much right now. It's actually really funny. I'm like really struggling to focus. Okay, these are the options. Continue arrow, normal speaking, draw sprite. Text box sprite. That's the text box. Draw person. Oh, here we go. Sprite index equals speaker sprite. Portrait. Draw the person's portrait. It looks like it is. Oh, image index. Player can flip through. Pause. Typing text. Destroy text box. Though my brain resists me, I will make this work. An uphill battle. Alright, well let's test it then. We can test it. So we have, when he's forging, timer, image speed. So let's do, if timer equals 0, creates the level key. So let's do if instance exists created, and then let's do with created, and then let's do image index equals, image speed equals 0. This is assuming that the text box itself primary sprite is the portrait sprite, which I don't think it is, but let's test it. Let's see how that works. Great, thank you. I'm glad you got it, Noli. Awesome. Ugh. Okay. By key. Okay, we're closer. Now he needs to stop on, well, frame 0. Okay. We are finally at our software and game development. It took 2 hours. It's funny. Okay. Buy a key. Nice. Okay, cool. And you grab the thing. And then we have a new level key. Okay. Cool. Oh, but his, he's supposed to be cutting that. Oh. Oh. Okay, we're gonna make it an idol. Eat. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm using all my collective brain power to manage this here. Okay, perfect. He needs to be an idle eat. Eat idle. Okay. Where is barrier? So that's so then his default needs to be eat idle. Phase equals less than 0 or equal to 0. Eating. Oh, eating is... We need to be eat idle. That's what I want. So if he's greater than that, he just defaults to eat idle. And equals 1 in case it wasn't. Okay, let's see if that works. Let us see. Ugh. I think focus is like an uphill battle, generally. I feel like, you know, the brain resists, but the more that you sort of force it to do what you want, it just has to cope with it by focusing, you know? That's right, we gotta regenerate the sprite. Okay. How am I going? Okay. Okay. He's eating. Interesting. So he's still yapping here. Is he... He doesn't set to phase 3 until this case is triggered. So why does he not stop yapping? Is it because he doesn't have an end talk sprite? After talk. Okay. Duplicate. What the hell is this? Barrier portrait? Barrier portrait. And then when he's done, I want him to go back to I want him to go back to eat idle. So if draw equals length of page, what's happening now? He's stopping. Equals that. Do I want to set image speed equals to 0? I don't think I do. Is that always going to be the case that I want the image speed to be 0? He's going to be talking? No, that doesn't make sense. I want him to go back to his idle animation, I think. Let's see what that looks. Oh, you gotta do other, sorry. Because we're within the context of the thingamajigger. Okay. Watch. Oh, that's right. Sorry, you sent me that thing. Let me look at that. Thank you for reminding me. I'm trying to highlight it. It won't let me. There we go. That's glorious, dude. That is actually great. Very relevant video, Noli. Thank you for sharing that. Very relevant. Okay, he's idling. If draw equals length. So it's not going to the eat talk animation. Why are we not hitting the eat talk animation? Why do we not go to the eat talk animation? Well, his thing works now. So he talks. The portrait talks. The portrait has an end. But his sprite himself is not going to the talk animation, which is right here. This is eat talk. When this is created, we set this to eat talk. But then we're changing it over here. So we have if instance exists created, phase is not equal to 3, with created if draw equals the length of the page. We go back to the idle. And this is all phase 3 stuff. There's no other code. It's got to be this that's overriding it for some reason, but why? Why is it overriding it? This should only be the end of the page. But for some reason it's overriding it. Spread equals barrier. Let's make sure this talk. Okay, this is... Yep, he's talking. Eat talk. The only sprite settings we have are is greater than 20, eat idle. Eat So there's a way in my mind I think this should work, and it's not working the way I think it should work. So what can we do? The only thing we can possibly do is we can just start throwing shit at the wall and see what happens. So let's reinforce eat talk while he's doing that. Let's see how that works. Oh no, I just discovered the win point of Minto is a teleport to the second half of the level. Yeah, you're talking about the third level? You have to go all the way to the top and then it teleports to the second half? Yeah. Oh, the win point is that? I believe in you. I wasn't sure where the teleport went, but I saw that it did teleport. Okay. So here. Okay. I mean, it works. I don't know why it works, but it works. I guess that doesn't matter. Okay, he talks when he eats. That's good. That's what I want. And then we buy a key from him. Perfect. And he goes back to idle. Nice. We made progress today. Wait a minute. Wait a hot second. Where is my hand at? Why is my hand gone? Hello, Fuzzy. How are you? I see you. You said you're working on your game right now? How's that going? What else do you have to do? You doing your character select for it? I've been here the whole time. I know you have. I know you've been here the whole time. I'm eating Pringles. That's your gamer energy for getting ready for game design. Once you pop. Once you pop. So hold on. Oh, is it because you can't stop? You cannot stop. He has fingers. It was the Pringles motto. Oh, I didn't know the Pringles motto. Now I do. Now I know their slingo. Their slingo. I just combined slogan and lingo. Slingo. That's really funny. If that gives you any indication of how I'm firing brain-wise. Wait a minute. It's because this is... Where do we... Oh, we create the key in the bear. Is that where it is? Slingo's a good word. Yeah, it kind of is. Kind of works. Oh, we put it front player. We're going to put it behind player. Okay. Let's see if we fix that. Slingo is a good word. Yeah, they might as well just combine it together. It's just advertising, marketing lingo anyways, is what I was thinking. Slingo. What kind of game would Slingo be? Slingo sounds really close to bingo and sling. I think most people would think that. So maybe it could be something about slinging bingo. That'd be my thought. There you go. Why does the key look slightly off, though? There's like a hole in my key. Why is there a hole in this key? is a keyhole, but not a hole that the key fits in. It's a hole within the key. Interesting. Does the key need to be 1 over? Why is it off? $32 by $34. 32 by 34. 15 by 24. 15 by 24. I guess his hand should fit in that hole. But why isn't it? I'm confused. Okay, so player grabs level key, it sets it equal to X. Whatever, let's look at it again. Try to spawn here, see why it's impossible to beat. I already see why it's impossible to beat. These guys change their direction, don't they? I can already imagine this is impossible. This is level 3, right? Yeah. Oh, did they just shoot? Oh my god, that's terrifying. Oh, but colliding with them doesn't kill you. It's just a lucky guess is what it is. It's literally, I mean, it's just random. You just... Because they're just going to forever go left and right. Yeah, you just gotta... There's no way. Good luck beating that. That's terrible. That is horrible, bro. These guys spawn pink guys, otherwise they're harmless, but the pink guys are worse than Satanicus. Yeah, they're terrible. This was actually a good game until the ending. Cubis messed up the ending here. Even I would have tolerated everything Cubis put me through, but I cannot tolerate this. It's such an awful way to end a game. Yeah. Unless we don't know something. I don't think you... Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in there that you wouldn't know. Because when I looked at the player code, it's not like you can block stuff or anything. Oh, is it based on... Oh, I figured out my problem. So if I'm facing right, it works. But if I'm facing left, it doesn't. Oh, shit. Okay, I got it now. So... let's just force him to have a right X scale. That'll work, right? I'll probably have to give up. I was having so much fun with this game. It's like the game doesn't want to be beaten. It's crazy. Yeah, I definitely think that probably is like the design of... I mean, granted, it is only 3 levels, so maybe he couldn't even beat it and just gave up and released it. That would be my explanation. Yeah, you'd have to beat the entire game, which is already a pain, and then you basically just have to YOLO it to the end. I guess it could be, you know, it's its own interesting philosophy there if you think about it. Perfect. So there you go. Okay. That works. We fixed it. Nice. Ugh. All right, we made progress today. It's a little bit of progress. A lot of yapping, a little bit of progress. I'm happy with that. Cool. Sweet. Oh. I didn't realize it would spawn above you. What is happening here? So if you walk away from him... Oh, I see. So... stop portrait. Why don't we just go back to eat idle then? Actually, yeah. Oh, it's set to create above the player. I should just have a default area where the key like flies out. I think that's what I'm gonna do, but we'll figure that out. Okay. Buy key, walk away. He should go to the idle animation after he's finished. Yep. Okay, sweet. How does it work if he's not? Oh, I guess last time I just had him go to 0. Mm. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. Okay, we can work on it. That's fine. I'll leave it for now. All right. All right. All right. All right. We made progress. We did a little bit of work. We looked at Minto Labyrinth. I think that's it. I just want to do a short stream, so that'll be it for me. And you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, that's it for me. I'll be back tomorrow, maybe. Riot. Right as I'm about to leave, Hammer shows up. Good morning, Hammer, though. How are you? Bird Riot. Bird Riot. I came here at the end. You did. Yeah, I'm doing a short stream today. But I had to get back into my grind. Okay, goodbye. Yeah, have a great day, guys. Take care, Noli. Damn it. Yeah, you were close. You'll catch me next time. I came here at the end. Yeah, I'm gonna go chill. I think I can make the first 2 levels play through. Would that make an entertaining video? Yeah, bro. I think if you want to do a video on showing it off, you should. You should also show how difficult it is at the end, too. You can explain, like, why it's impossible at level 3. Yeah, we did some work today. I want to do a little bit of work. I'm going to go do some dishes and prepare some food. And then I think that's it. That'll be it for me today, man. Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's it. You guys have a great day. Thank you guys for coming out. Take it easy. Have a great day. Good luck, Hammer. Enjoy your day. And that's it. That's it for me. Peace. I don't know how I want to end it as an awkward thing. Okay, whatever. Have a great day. Take care. Have a good day. Yeah, good luck. Thank you. Appreciate it. And take it easy. I'm gonna go chill. I'm gonna do cooking. I'm gonna figure it out. Good luck. Peace. Love. Great. Have a good day. Peace.